So who forgot this in that whole debacle featuring Catherine the Princess of Wales? As ever, let me explain. All right, nice to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me. It's always a pleasure. And as ever, thank you for enjoying so much of the content. A lot of people ask me, Neil, I love the way they phrase this. Neil, your team. There is no team, let me tell you. It's me, right? Just to be clear, I film this, I edit this, I decide on the flowers, the pictures. I make it all for you. Genuinely, there's no other person. So if there are a few glitches along the way and, we spell something wrong and I get that, told off by the grammar police on a regular basis, you've got to remember everything from the filming, the editing, to the selection of the story, to what we're saying. There's no auto cue. It's just me talking directly to you as a friend, as we are, our friendship group. That's the point of the channel. But, I love the way people say, could you tell your team to do this? Could you do this? You think there is no, but it's me. So yes, you're stuck with me. I know, well, there's no need to be rude. Yes, we're all right, aren't we? Yes, we're kissed and made up now, at least I've been honest. Absolutely. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Remember this. Yes. Do you remember all of that debacle with the Photoshop with, of course, Catherine, the Princess of Wales? And then there was the bigger story that came out a little bit later on by the photographer, who's an excellent photographer, it has to be said, Misson Harriman. Now, he had a lot of confusion regarding his alleged taking of pictures, or was there when Lilibet met the Queen, and, there was no pictures taken, were the pictures taken? And then, of course, he was sort of into the debacle over this particular picture, and whether the tree, or there wasn't a tree, was it photoshopped in? And it all sort of exploded because the tabloid over here, the Mail, the Daily Mail Online, put out this picture, and he got very upset and wanted a full apology, and there was no Photoshop involved. But there were sort of many different degrees of story. Apparently this was also first illustrated, as we pointed out, way back when it was featured in the Revenge book by Tom Bower, and Misson still was pushing ahead. And then it all went very silent, right? So as we still got this problem with Kensington Palace, with certain picture agencies around the world who are now claiming, I just think this is laughable, that Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace are not a trusted source. So Associated News and whatever these companies are called, they're a trusted source, are they? For one that works in this job, trust me, I know exactly how many of those cameramen fixate and make those dramatic war pictures look the way they do. As ever, allegedly. But what's interesting is that while Misson was demanding this particular apology from that particular tabloid newspaper, you'll notice it's all gone quiet. Even after his big debacle and video online and stuff like that, I checked in with the Mail and they don't know anything about it. As far as they're concerned, their story was clear, checked and all that sort of stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, Misson. I'm here ready to be corrected. And if there is a legal battle going on, well, I can't find it in the legal court papers that we normally look for in these particular situations. I don't know about you. If I was him, I think it's just daft, let it go. Does it really matter? It's not World War III problems, you know what I mean? But it's just interesting to note how people will jump on a video now and create some drama, maybe sometimes for themselves, for publicity, or either way, it's suddenly backfired or they've decided against it. Makes great copy at the time. As I said, I've still got the ultimate respect for Catherine as a photographer. I don't care whether she plays around with Photoshop or does whatever she does. She takes cracking pictures. Said Misson Harriman, not a bad photographer either, celebrated in many respects. Does it really matter if he puts something in the background or not? Just be honest about it. That's really the key factor in this story. But for now, while Misson sort of fired off, it seems to have gone almightily quiet. Unless, of course, you tell me otherwise. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.